A trip along the Coral Coast Highway has many opportunities to take in breathtaking views like this. At Geraldton, you can leave the road behind and travel out here, the Abrolhos Islands, where the warm waters of the Lewin Current feed the world's southernmost coral reef system, an angler's paradise home to a thriving crayfishing industry, and more recently, these highly prized gems of the sea. It often comes as a bit of a surprise to people to discover that Geraldton has a thriving pearl industry, with both the pearl farmers and the jewellery shops working together to promote it. And you don't have to go all the way out to the Abrolhos Islands to immerse yourself in the pearl culture. You can simply walk up and down the main street and meet the people behind the industry. And by default, their passion for their region and these gems of the sea make them great tour guides of this recent addition to the iconic industries of the region.
The Abrolhos are mainly known for the black pearl, so they're colours of the rainbow. The most unique thing about the Abrolhos Islands is the Lewin Current that keeps the water there at a warm temperature.
And those currents bring different minerals.
The pearls are influenced by the minerals in the water to give them the colour. And those minerals come from out of the rivers up north and the cold water that comes up from outside the continental shelf.
The pearls were obviously always there, but somehow they went unnoticed.
The person to find the first pearl oyster in my time was Murray Davidson and Alf Woodcock. Murray Davidson is now my husband.
Oh,
and
that was handy.
Yeah. So they found a few of these shells in the wild, and they decided to see if they could breed them to be able to supply an industry, because it wasn't enough to collect the wild shell. We would wipe the fishery out. So sometimes you don't find things until you go looking, and you know, really, Australia is pretty young, so discovering the black pearls at the Abrolhos Islands was pretty special. They are super rare, so we actually breed them in a hatchery to be able to supply us and to keep it a sustainable industry.
Walking into Latitude and talking with owner Pia, or Shamir and talking with owner Barry, you'll be blown away by the history and technicalities of pearling at the Abrolhos. So how big is the local industry?
So there's about 6 farms at the Abrolhos Islands, and it actually takes us 5 years to get a pearl. So
Good
it takes
grief.
us, yes, so we get the shell from the hatchery, so they're bred in a tank. Then it takes us 2 to 3 years to grow the oyster to a seedable size, and then we seed it, and then we wait another 2 years, then we harvest. I kind of feel like they don't sell it well when they say black pearl, because the colours are so pastel, and you can get peacock greens to soft pink. The pink colour that we get at the Abrolhos Island is super rare. The colours that we get, I've never seen that anywhere else.
And you won't see jewellery designs like this anywhere else either. Every store has their own unique style. Shamir Pearls focuses on iconic Geraldton designs that are immediately recognised, including this one.
A young chap came in here and he said, "Oh, I was told that you're supposed to be the crayfishing capital of the world, but I can't buy a crayfish pendant." Oh, I hadn't thought of that. So needless to say, we make them.
While at Latitude, each collection evokes almost an emotional reaction.
The biggest thing is when we can create a piece that tells a story. So when we create our collections, for example, our Oily Calm collection, that features pearls and it's made in silver and gold. But when you look at the piece, the shape on the band looks like being on the sea on an oily, calm day. And that's what it reminds you of. So when you look down at your ring, it actually gives you a feeling of calmness, because everybody loves to be on the sea, especially if it's an oily, calm day.
The Abrolhos Island pearls are yet another reason to stay and play in Geraldton, and maybe invest in something a little more permanent from your epic Coral Coast Highway road trip.